So the first part of the question is, can we really predict migration? And the answer is barely. So in the United Kingdom 30 years ago, migration balance was negative, so more people were leaving the country than coming into it. And at the time, the assumptions that people made about migration was that this state of affairs will continue into the foreseeable future. And as we know, it was completely wrong. But similarly, the current high migration flows in the UK are very unlikely to continue forever. So the other question then is, can we control migration? And of course, to some extent, yes. There are many government instruments that can help do this. But to think that we can control it fully and that we have full control over it, it's a comfortable illusion. There are many drivers of migration. There are many vested interests, sometimes conflicting interests in migration. Many sectors of the economy are reliant on migrant labor. For that reason, it's very difficult to reconcile all these conflicting interests. So we need to realize that migration is not like a tap that can be turned on and off at any moment. And what can go wrong here? What can go wrong with attempts to control migration? So first of all, there can be many unintended consequences of any policies that we can think of implementing. Raising barriers to legal migration can lead to switching from short-term circulatory movements to more longer-term or illegal migration, like it was the case in the United States. Selective border enforcement, as in the case of European asylum crisis, can lead to increasing the price, increasing the risks associated with migration, and also increasing to the rise of the crime syndicates, as in the case of human smuggling. So what can be done? First of all, we really need to acknowledge the whole complexity of migration. It's unlikely that any simple blunt policy instruments will work. And in any case, they won't satisfy all the vested and conflicting interests in migration that there are in modern economies. What we also need is a discussion about contingency planning, about risks, about costs, but also about benefits. So what is currently missing from the debate of migration is the question how to harness the potential, how to harness the benefits of migration for the greater good. And this, along with the question of how to look at migration in its whole complexity, is one of the biggest challenges that we are faced with today.